Hey, we are John and Kristen Buckner. Welcome to Living Life Different with the Buckners. Today we are tackling a very, very important question.
Very important.
It's actually not really a question. It's this
It is a question.
ongoing battle of the whole what do you want for dinner conversation. Are we the only ones,
And namely when you're like going out, not at home as much.
not as much at home, but just that you feel like well, one, I constantly feel like it's like 4:30. At every given moment of my life, it's 4:30.
Is there any other moms?
Somebody
That
wants
might be a
to
mom
know
thing. I don't know.
what's for dinner. Like, did I not just do this? It's 4:30 again.
That's
The
probably
worst.
if you're watching this comment, like, is that a mom thing?
It must be a
Probably,
mom
because
thing.
I don't ever think that.
Note to self, don't forget to pull out meat for dinner tonight. It probably needs to thaw, and you probably have forgotten. 'Cause that is my life.
Somebody's watching this at like 4:30 saying yes and be like, oh crap, I forgot.
That's every mom's life. It's 4:30, what do I want for dinner? And I forgot to pull out the chicken. So then what? It comes to, okay, well, what do you want to eat? Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. Well, what do you want to have? I don't care. What do you want to have?
I really
I don't
don't
care.
care.
The worst.
No.
This is the worst argument known to man.
The worst?
Yes,
That's
it's terrible.
extreme.
It's an ongoing, eternal, never-ending
So
discussion.
here's the thing that's funny to me is Kristen, this one, likes to go out to, like the not necessarily the food aspect of going out, like she likes the enjoyment and the ambiance
Restaurants
of
are my love
going
language.
out.
Basically.
So like going out with people, going out with her family, like or I don't know. That was rude. You just mocked me. Anyways, but also like you said, it always feels like 4:30. So there's oftentimes you're like, it's been a busy day, or kids are running different directions with sports. You're like, I don't want to cook.
Right.
So we're like, cool, let's go out. And
Or grab something.
and I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. But she does not like that I don't care.
It's
where
so
we go.
frustrating because it feels like every single time, like it would be so incredible if you would just say like, you know what? That's it. Tonight we're going to Torchy's. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Like Torchy's
People
tacos.
know what Torchy's is.
Okay, if you know Torchy's tacos, smash that subscribe button. No, I'm kidding. Put it in the chat.
Did you
I
just
watch
say that?
my kids'
Oh my
kids'
gosh.
YouTube channels. They be watching. That's what they say. So
They'd be
Preston,
watching.
Preston, are you watching?
I'm sure he is.
Preston plays.
I'm sure
I
he
learned
is.
that from you. Okay, Torchy's Tacos. If you know what it is, throw something in the chat because that place, we just got one where we live, and I could eat at Torchy's Tacos every single day. Chicken
is pretty
fajita
good.
in a bowl. So good.
It's pretty good.
Okay, but seriously, if you were just to say, like, that's it, this is what we're having, oh my gosh, the heavens would open, the skies would part, and flowers would fall from the ceiling because it would just be so easy
I disagree.
to not have to think about it. Why do you disagree?
Because there's times where we're going and I'll throw out suggestions. Nah, I don't want that. How about this? No. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I'm like, I just threw out 3 suggestions and you said no to all of them. So that's where I come in is like, you say, what do you want? I throw out a few suggestions. You don't like them all. So I'm like, then decide because I don't care.
Okay, it's fairly rare though that I feel like that you when I say what do you want to have that you have 3 suggestions lined up ready to go. It's usually like I don't care, whatever you want. What do you want? I don't care.
That's
And then,
because
like,
I'm
name
just
some
trying to serve my
suggestions.
spouse.
Canes, hate Canes.
I don't want Canes. You just like Canes is not going to be a fan of the channel. You just dogged him.
I think we'll be fine. I don't like your chicken. Chick-fil-A.
That's the kids.
That's the kids
always
only
suggest.
want to eat a Chick-fil-A.
Or separate note, do anybody have like kids who think they have like way too much freedom in choosing where we eat? Choosing where we eat? They're like get all mad and stuff. I'm like, when you pay for it, you can decide.
Yeah, the kids, we try to explain, like, while we do appreciate your opinions sometimes, not currently, not right now. Well, it comes back to the whole, like, I don't really agree with that kids are to be seen and not heard
Sometimes
idea,
that's nice.
but sometimes it's true. Like, I like my kids to be a part of things, but on the other hand, you're like, where we're deciding to eat right now is not going to include your 8-year-old opinion, actually. But, okay, so I guess that's true. I could be a little bit more decisive when you give some suggestions.
No, you're decisive. It's just usually you don't want what I suggest.
Yeah, that's hard. And then you get in a rut because it's like the same handful of places, but then you don't want to try something new because what if you don't like it? So then you end up going to the same places, but then you're sick of those same places. I mean, these are really first world problems, but It's a real conversation in our house.
Who makes the decision for you guys who normally eats? Like when you go out, is it joint? Is it somebody say, hey, I want to go here. This is where we're going. I don't know.
Does it take you an hour to figure out? The worst is when
often
you're really,
we're like
really
driving
hungry.
around and
Oh,
it's
the
like,
worst.
oh
And you're
my
like,
gosh.
what do you want? Oh, that's the worst. When you're driving and you're like, tell me quick because I have to turn. I'm like, I don't know. The pressure is killing me. And then you're like, oh, well, I guess we're not having that. And then you're like, but I want that one. So then you have to say it. They have to turn around. Oh, gosh. It's a miracle we're still wed. 15 years later.
Because of where we eat?
Yes, because of your bad food decisions.
That's not true.
All right. So what about you? Do you guys have the same argument? It's just kind of funny, but it is true. I feel like it's constantly 4:30 and we are constantly asking, what are we going to have for dinner or what are we going to grab? Oh, if I could alleviate that question from my life, man, would things be swell.
Speaking of, I need to go pull some steak out so we can defrost
That
it.
is actually really true. Figure out what you're having for dinner now. It'll make the rest of your day a lot less stressful.
All right. We'll see you next time.